the deportation thing is like
show of force.
No, it sucks up all of the energy of like immigration and human rights people focusing on that. Right?
The lawyers at work and trying to block and
meanwhile,
getcha.
It's like, oh, they're deporting, and even like saying that person that I've heard about, the thing to break through is so crazy at the moment. It was some kind of nice hairdresser dude who got sent to El Salvador and will be dead by now. But I'd almost say he was intentionally sent. I'm not saying this is good. I'm just saying what it is.
To create the news.
Yeah, to create the fear. Could be anyone. Coming to get you.
That's right. Don't you dare say anything against it, or else go home. Go home and get the penalty of desertion.
All the businesses in America, with all their undocumented workers and everything else, they underpay. Well, now it's like, you're going to get deported. And now they'll let the feds will come in, do little sweeps. Yeah, boop, boop. Hueso will get taken away. Everyone else will be like, and they'll be like, now, I'll make sure that those guys don't come back. Just don't cause me any trouble. No, sir, we won't cause trouble. Like, people are like wondering how America is going to like do it with like, how they're going to bring jobs back to America. They've got a slave. They're preparing their cheap labor. They got their cheap labor force. It's all the undocumented workers. They pay fuck all. They pay similar to the Chinese labor. Now, while the companies don't get punished for that, I've been thinking it's like America needs to like make being an undocumented worker not just the risk of where you could get deported, but the flip of it where it's an opportunity.
Work hard. Yeah. Get the extra breakfast.
Pay your dues.
Get the extra egg and juice at breakfast.
Hey Dad, I'm going to bed.
Imagine like a situation where while simultaneously, so basically what's happened is all these human rights people and everything, they're all focused on the shaky chain. While in the back end, they're just fully doubling down on like undocumented super fucking poor labourers. And they've got a secret like labour class.
I got the Gestapo ready to stomp them and kick them out.
The Gestapo to make sure your labour force doesn't step out of line.
No peppers?
We can earn you $2 an hour.
Peppers.
It's a really good little setup they've got going in America, actually. I'm not surprised. Like people, the whole thing about the, like let's say whoever was in power at the time letting a bunch of them across the border.
Just filling up their stock, right? Going, come over for the, golden showers.
People make out that was about stacking votes or being helpful or whatever.
No.
It was about cheap labour.
Mate. Getting the stock.
Now you've got to filter out the bad guys. It's like,
import those assets, mate. All right? Because they're not people, they're assets. That's right.
And then terrify them. With the few,
it's almost like one
plan.
Step out of line. Get the
with the next plan. It's almost like there was like a 4-year plan to bring heaps of people in that were all undocumented, intentionally undocumented and everything, and really like on tenuous hooks, to then lead to this. Like it's like one required the other, doesn't it? Like you can't threaten an undocumented population if there ain't many of them.
No. Best to offer the gifts.
And there's millions. There's like a million or so. Didn't you say numbers like it was a million a day, like 2 million over the year, like 100,000 a day?
Give them the credit cards with the one administration. Then you just put the stick down, mate. You want to stay here? You want to stay
stick?
Yeah.
Carrot?
You don't want the stick, do you? But if you want the carrot again, you work hard. You be a good little worker.
Like, and that sounds really kind of.
Make sure you give us a couple of generations of your kids being a good little worker too.
One day
you'll get the carrot again.
One day, one of your children, will have had sex with somebody who was an American, and that American will have a child, and your genetics will end up as American.
Instantly, you're a citizen again.
Well, your grandchild is at least.
Child's a citizen. Yeah, you get the gift citizen creator.
You can put your seed into our stock, and that seed could become an American.
It's a brave new world, mate.
It is a brave new world.
Playing out nicely. Everyone's happy, They're ready for their new, was it the second industrial revolution? American second industrial revolution. Bring it home to Papa. That's it.
Bring it home to Papa.
I wonder if they've got like the whole theme music playing in those factories, like get some sort of corporate theme going on. Do real well and you won't end up deported.
Well, they're special with songs.
Yeah.
Working on American.
Demoralising yet also stimulating.
Yeah, totally. It just really lets you know.
Demoralising stimulations.
What your value is.
You are the worm. You are the worm. You are less than the worm. The worm has more rights than you do in this country, all right? Because it's an animal. You're not even classified.
You're not even an animal. You're undocumented.
You're not even classified as an animal. That's right.
Nice. That's the way.
Get your specifications right, Sock.
This is important because otherwise,
it's a total legal battle, mate.
Because a person has
battle
rights.
For legality.
The word a person.
Undocumented, workers. The battle for legality is the ultimate word.
It's interesting how America has adopted like tactics from around the world. Like they've kind of got therefore in a sense that's kind of like the caste system. You know how like
it is.
They've got the the unmentionables.
Introduction of it.
What do they call the
gentle,
untouchables?
a gentle unlubricated introduction to the way it works. Yeah.
Like
a bit rude. It's a bit rude, but it's honest.
It's very much like that. Don't you think that Indian untouchable, like the lowest caste?
Oh yeah.
But they pay them because they don't want to call them slaves because they've had the thing about slaves. So as long as they give them like $150 an hour.
Slaves don't get the coinage, right?
No, that's right.
They don't. Dobby don't don't get no free sock.
No.
You know, you stop being a slave when you get the coinage, mate. Yeah.
And you know, the average wage, the basic wage in America is $5 an hour or whatever.
Yeah.
So if we're giving you two,
you're very thankful. You're getting half of what Americans get, like an ingrate.
yeah, you make it ahead.
You might make something of yourself. You know,
It's a land of
get some
opportunity.
buy
And this
some
is what I
postage
mean.
stamps in the future.
Isn't being an undocumented slave worker in America the American dream? Like it
wouldn't
is. If you
want
think
it?
about it,
Who
like what's the
wouldn't want
American
that?
dream? It's this whole alleged thing where you can start at the bottom of the thing.
That's it.
And work your way, and you can also be one of the
Get away
25.
with murder as long as your numbers are up, right? You know.
You know, and so I think that like the baseline of becoming an American should be an undocumented slave worker, like you know, for your $1.50. That's how you get into America.
$1.50.
Like if you or I
that's
wanted to
it.
go become an American, all we need to do is just
True
go there
benchmark
and you just
of
say,
entry,
"Oh,
you know.
I'm here to be an undocumented worker."
It's like the
and
trainee
then you just
wage.
get the nod at
If
the
you want to be an
airport.
American,
no worries,
you
no
got
worries. Yep.
to go through the rigmarole of
That's it. You got your 2 years,
promotionings.
sleeping under a thing, shit boss. You know, that's it. And at the end of that,
maybe you know, SA involved. You know, you're undocumented. You can't talk to no one. We got your passports, mate.
that's right. How long do you reckon you got to work for as an undocumented
To get the break the
level
chains
up.
and become the free one, the free man, the free woman. Yeah.
like as part of that American dream? It would be a while.
It would. I think you'd need to pay your way out, wouldn't you?
Oh,
the way they work
that
it.
would, of
You
course.
earn
It's not
company
about
credits until you pay your way out. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's your
That's
responsibility.
the true savings account of the undocumented, mate, is when they've got enough money to go, okay, all right, you've paid your debt to us, that you owe us, right? You can keep working for us and you can make money that we can give to you, you know, when you want to go out and buy shit. You know, you received the semi, you know, was it the level 2 traineeship mode of the, you know, almost American. So, you know, you get a bit more freedom. You can choose what colour, you know, bed lamp you have, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, you get the pizza party on the Saturdays, you know, when everybody else is, you know, having to clean up the workstations and stuff.
You're in the pizza party.
You're in the pizza party group.
You've
that's right.
joined.
Yeah. You got the pizza party. That's it.
Now that's something.
Leveling up, they call that.
Yeah, because that's food you don't have to buy. Yeah? That's what I've always done. Don't
It's company saying thank you. Right? Be grateful.
Well, I don't give a shit what the company thinks. It just that means I don't have to buy dinner tonight. I save money.
Save yourself.
And if you are a smart undocumented worker, what you would do is you would know on Fridays.
You're penny pinching like a mope over it.
Yeah, and that's your ticket. That's your ticket. That pizza, fucking
Is what's paying you to get the hell out of there.
That's right, because you can save the money from that night.
Dunk.
Another 10, 15 years, and you're fucking free.
Your freedom.
Yeah, free.
To go and, you know, have that red lamp by the bedside.
That's right.
Yeah.
To earn $5 an hour.
Oh, minimum American wage.
Yeah.
The top of the scale.
Yes,
Top
pay
of the
way
scale
out.
for
Pay
the
way out.
Dunk. You know.
And you're there. You've made it. You've made it to have no
made it, mate.
health care and unable to like pay your rent.
Yeah.
But
street worker.
But it's good. I mean, you got
Doing your
opportunity.
trade and selling your trade on the streets, you know, from your little tent, your man-made humpy.
Yeah. And it really gives America, like, and it sort of gives it a much more sort of ethnic and cultural feel. You know, the streets and the cities are all a bit.
There's a real mix going on.
There is. You know, when you can walk down amongst the tents and the sort of
Ain't all
the
whiteys,
barbecues.
right? Those poor people
the
ain't
sex
all
workers.
whiteys, all right?
You don't need to go like to Morocco or some place that used to be, you know,
You
or
get
Mexico
that
City.
smell, you
You've
get
got
that smell and that effect
in Minnesota.
of the area in those places. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And
The
that diversity.
authenticity.
You can have the rat on a stick.
The authenticity of
that's
the
it.
area.
Thailand.
Yeah.
It's all here. Everyone's come to America.
Yeah.
That's it.
Seeking the dream. Yeah.
From there,
Seeking it.
that's it. Seeking the dream of being
Prepared to be undocumented to do it because the dream is that good.
the dream of having
The
no
illusion that was
healthcare,
sold,
all
the
suffering
illusion that was
on the
sold
streets.
was so good that you were prepared to travel from anywhere else on the planet to there.